Much love, much peace, much light, much positivity. So I'm on my trip to Costa Rica, and this is kind of like the end. And I just wanted to talk about my trip and explain, I guess, a couple things I went to. I guess not explain, but share, really. Yeah, share. So it was a full moon a couple days ago, and I was able to harness that energy here, and it's been a great trip. I'm sorry, I want to turn it around on the camera, but for some reason my phone won't let me do that. I think it's heating on me, but that's okay. So upon arrival, first I left my daughter at home with my dad and my aunt. Thank you guys so much for that, by the way. And I've never left my baby girl since I had her. So that was a lot to deal with for me. Especially because she's just like, I don't know. That's me right there. So I always love having her around. So that was something I went through, when I got here. And on the plane, I didn't really have a long layover, but I had to wait in the airport because I messed up on how I made my tickets. So I was sitting there writing and everything like that, just to release a little bit because I wanted to enjoy myself and be as free as possible. I realized as I got closer to my trip, and I guess more so when I was able to leave my daughter, that this was going to be more of a spiritual trip for me. Now, it's not like I've seen any ghosts or, anything crazy like that. It's just, very deep for me. Like, I was able to release a lot of stuff that I was holding in. That I was holding in. And it helped me to kind of release and help me see things clearer. Because I had got the whole aspect down of seeing things in a different angle, but seeing them clearer. Like, I had met a lot of people. I would call them reflections, because it's like we're all going through the same thing in the world. And I haven't met one black person, so it's not even in like relation to like race or anything like that. Apparently I fit completely in because it's hot down here and I'm dark and I got curly hair. So this is home right here. But I just met a lot of people that kind of met me, and I told them like my story. They would tell me theirs. We exchanged information, and a lot of them were doing things that I always either wanted to do or always kind of thought about doing, like interested in. Like I would do that if I had the time type stuff. And they were all awesome people. Oh my gosh. And I would tell them my story, and they would tell me how they were encouraged by me, or, some lady even told me that I was her hero. I was like, girl. I said, you have to understand, I wasn't raised in a family where they tell you things like that. So you kind of have to, like, you just do it and get it done. That's what it is. And if you do a good job, good job. You did a good job. Here's a gift or something like that, right? So a lot of us I don't know if a lot of us got love that way, but I'm sure a few got love by money, like buying things. But our parents, they lacked that love, and they got away with just buying us stuff for a little bit. Maybe when we were kids, getting toys and treated and rewarded for not doing a damn thing, right? But that was how they showed their love. And yeah, so with that thought, I said when I was waiting for I guess for daytime to break, because I was stuck in the airport until, I got a little light. But that alone made me kind of want to just like, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for my daughter. You know what I mean? Like, I want to help her out as much as possible. And in the sense of helping her out, I have to become the best me that I can be. Because that's the only way to live here, I believe, happy and free, is just to live the best life that, you want. And a lot of us don't do that. And that makes us stressed. That gives us anxiety. It could be deadly. It could be real deadly. So a lot of us either have the strength to push through, and some of us don't, right? But I hope that my videos help everybody push through, because I'm pushing through, and I want everybody that this video is meant to be seen by to be able to push through too, so we can push through together and we can survive together. Because even if you're not living near me, or you know, let's say you're living in Costa Rica and I'm living in New York, I come to Costa Rica, boom, we connected, you know, pushing through. Just push through. Not by yourself. So one of the things that I had to face was that, you know, I thought I was by myself. And it's not even in the sense of, like, I'm alone, nobody loves me, I'm lonely. No, it's just, you know, just who I am. Like, I always felt I was very different. And as I started looking into spirituality, certain people that feel that way is because they are different. You know, not in a bad way. It's just you have to change your perspective. I always get this word wrong. Perception. Thank you. Perception of things to kind of make your life look better for you in your own eyes. You're not trying to convince nobody. You know what I mean? You don't have to convince nobody. Like, I would get people who are like, and you tolerate that? I'm like, I don't have to convince nobody what my decision is. My decision is my decision. And that's just who I am. I like to call myself a rebel. Apparently I am a rebel, because a lot of people don't do that. And yeah, we should do that. We should definitely do that. Like, and I even got my friends, like, I'm trying to push myself and teach myself to be kind, but I feel like my kindness is annoyance. Again, that's my perception. But, like, you know, people have to tolerate that until you either swag it out. Like I was telling my friend, I gotta learn how to swaggy out me trying to be nice, or keep it my style, because I am who I am. And I don't like making myself feel annoyed. If there's anything that you experience that makes you feel annoyed, that's why it's really good to tap into your intuition. Because out here, if I didn't follow my intuition, you know, and make the moves, I could have ended anywhere. Just like a lot of people do. Like, they go missing. But I followed my intuition. And I was never worried. I was never worried at once. Plus, I got a real serious face when I want to. So, you know, when I got in the areas that I had to put it on, I just put it on. And I fit in, kind of, anyway. If I didn't have my luggage, I probably would have fit in perfectly. But I had my luggage with me. But, yeah. So, I had to face feeling alone. And I had to face, you know, facing that and realizing that. Because when I was writing I would stop and I would think of something else, and I would write that down too, but on another side. And I told myself, actually, I haven't. Give me 1 second. Look at the water. My little commercial. Alright, so this is going to be a long video for everybody that's watching it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. It's not for you. It'll get to whoever it's meant for. Just like all the videos that I've watched. And you know, I'm going to start shouting at people that I follow on my videos. And actually, every time I wrote in my book, I follow a girl. Her name is Tiara, because it's Neo. Tiara Neo Shardé. I think on YouTube is Nature Girl Neo. It could be Tiara Neo Shardé too. I'm gonna get all her information and put it in my box below, or somewhere where you can get it, to introduce her or let you know who it is that I listen to. Sorry y'all, I need some water. And every time I wrote something down, she will always release a video. Like, she does divination, and she does the divine message like daily, and basically that is basically a reading that she does. I believe it's a reading from her cards she does for the mass for everybody. And I'm always connected, so like I'm very connected and tapped into her messages. And I have written down, I just closed the book. I have written down, healing is a process. Don't beat yourself up. Meditation is beneficial for you. It allows you to realize that you are not alone. Also, it allows you to realize that it is okay to be alone, sometimes necessary. That's what I wrote down, but I believe she had made a video right after that. And not really right after that, but the same day. It's just I'm over here, so it was a little later in the day, but literally like in the same the same thing. I wrote down I wrote this down basically in response to what I was writing on the other side, and she was saying that gosh, I just had it. What was she saying? It was in deep connection to what I said. And you're going through a process, a healing process. And she even said, you know, some of you, you know, haven't waited to the full moon, and that's okay because, you know, it leads up. Or, you know, you have waited to the full moon, or you're just going through this process, right? And I'm sitting here looking at her like, oh man, okay, so yeah, this is definitely a spiritual journey. So I left the airport and I got to my hotel, right? And I wanted to write everything down, but I also wanted to record, but I just wanted to enjoy my experience. I wanted to just live it out because I don't know when I'm going to get this again. And actually I do, but you know, that's for the future. And I don't want to miss it. So I wasn't trying to miss it, so I try to keep my phone away. So I got to the hotel. It was a trip. My hotel was like 4 hours from the airport. I don't know what I was thinking, but I must have supposed to have been here for a reason because I did it and I came here. And the lady that I met, she was so nice. She was so sweet. So sweet. She has a hostel, and she decorated the whole hostel herself, and she is just beautiful. Her hostel is beautiful, and it shows who she is. Like, and I think that's awesome, right? So you're like staying in the room, and she just decorated everything. I looked up in my room on the ceiling. It was a picture of Saturn. Like, how awesome is that? Girl, you like the universe too? Me too. I always love the universe, and whatever else is out there, I'm curious. Always loved it. But it was just really cool. She was a nice person, you know. She told me where to eat, where I could eat at, which was a nice place on the beach. I was trying to stay away from heavy things. So I know I'm trying to eat a little better, a lot better, a hell of a lot better. So it was cool for that. But she was lovely. And when I went to the beach, she showed me how to get to the beach. When I went to the beach, I met some lady. Now, I can't speak a lick of Spanish, y'all. Not a lick. No thank you. Thank you, though. That's lovely. She just offered me something for a pantalones. I think that's like $1 or something like that. That's another thing. This is how I knew it was a spiritual journey. Because I didn't even know the money difference. And that was crazy. Really crazy. I look really crazy out here, y'all. I'm not even gonna front. But I had a great time. So I got to the beach and I met this lady. Couldn't speak a lick. I couldn't speak a lick of English. So I'm like, you speak English? I'm just like, listen, you speak English. It seems a good amount of people out here speak English, so it makes me comfortable. But she offered me an orange. She had her son, like Luna's age. I was like, he is so cute. Gonna turn 1 right around when Luna turns 1. She had her mother out there. When I walked on the beach, y'all, her mother was staring at me. I'm just like, yo, why is this lady looking at me? She's like an older lady, very cute, cute older lady with curly hair and glasses. I guess they was Costa Rican natives, you know, and they was just chilling. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not about to sit here and walk forever because it don't look like there's nothing anywhere here. So I asked them if they seen where the food spot the lady was talking about was. And I think maybe the older lady attracted me to them because I could have just kept walking. I didn't have to ask nobody. But I stopped and asked them, and the girl, she spoke English, her daughter. And she looked like she might have been She could have been my age, or she could have been 30 or 35. She could have been around them ages. She might have been 30 or older. And she was just very nice. She told me she didn't think there was nothing down there, and that we talked about babies. And she seen I showed her a picture of my daughter. She was like, oh, it's so cute. Grandma was like, Grandma. The woman was like, oh, it's so cute. The baby was waving at me. I'm just like, I just felt the love. Like, I just felt the love. She offered me an orange. That's what I was so hungry, which I was. And she offered to peel it for me. And she peeled it, most of it, and then cut it in half. I said, just cut it in half. I can just eat it like that. You don't have to sit here and peel the whole thing for you. And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, it's really okay. Like, because I was hungry, and I didn't want to, like, you know, I guess be unpleasant. But just the interaction between them was very pleasant, right? Then I kept walking, and I found the surf area that the woman was telling me about that was next to the restaurant, and I met a girl there, and I asked about kayaking, and she was telling me about kayaking, and I told her that basically I said, if I died, what's your name, so that I could relate and come back and find you. And she's just like, I'm Valentina. I was like, okay, I'm Simone. She's like, oh, you're gonna be staying at Walaba. So when before I came, I was calling the hotel, and she was the person to pick up the phone. So we had connected, which was cool because we wasn't even at the hotel. And then I got to the restaurant, and I met a lovely lady. Actually, and it's funny when I'm here, I had to like kind of just talk. Something was just like, you know what, Simone, just talk. Just say something to this person. And even if it was like, I'm really good at flirting. I flirt good with men and women, children and babies, dogs and cats. Like, I'm just good at connecting. People call it flirting, but I call it connecting. Like, I can say something like, oh, the flower in your hair is very nice. Thank you. And then boom, there's connection. And that's just, I don't know, that's just me. So there will always be somebody that was obvious to connect to. And most of the time, it was because they spoke English, but sometimes I didn't know they spoke English. And that might not have even been it either. That definitely probably wasn't it either. Because I would talk to people who didn't or spoke very little English, but we was able to speak enough English for me to understand. Even when I was looking for the bus in San Jose, like a guy I spoke to who owned, I guess he owned a hotel or he just worked there, he was able to speak enough English to get me to where I needed to be. Somebody was looking out for me, looking at that the whole time. And I was following my intuition. So, the lady I met at the restaurant, I didn't want to talk to her, and I wasn't going to talk to her. She seemed like she was a local, but she was American. And, or she was visiting for a long time, but I didn't know at the time. Because I'm kind of ignorant to who is visiting and who is local, because some people, a lot of Americans live here too. I wouldn't even say a lot, but some, and not even just Americans, they're from all over the place. Like, people speak 7 languages out here. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. I need to learn another language fast. You know what I mean? And it's not even that. It's just like, it's something that you should have. You should all just know all languages, or as many as we possibly can, because there's billions of people out here. Billions. You know how many people was in my hometown? Not billions, not millions. I don't know how much, but you know, you understand what I'm saying. Like, when you start traveling and stuff, it's something that's good to know. And apparently I'm a traveler. I'm definitely a traveler, because I can't imagine stopping here. This is just the beginning, right? And I've been told multiple times I picked a great place to travel to for the first time, and I'm glad I did. It took a lot of research. It took like a whole year to figure it out. I'm like, if I'm spending my money, right? Because I'm trying to learn how to control that as well, because I know that is very important also. If you don't know how to spend your money, get it together. The lady I met, she offered me to come to her house to come to dinner. And she told me that she owned property around here. Her name is Tracy. Hi, Tracy, if you're watching, girl. Added her on Facebook. We had a great conversation over dinner. And lovely person. She treated me. I don't get treats. My dad treats me. Yes, he does. But he treats me so much that it's like, you know, it's like second nature, which is horrible, and I don't like to be like that, so I try not to. But he still treats me. He's a great daddy. So I met her, and we went to dinner. We talked about a lot of stuff. She's an awesome person, awesome soul. Did so much stuff in her life. She did so much stuff in her life. I'm just like, how are you sitting here talking to me like you're a normal person? That's all I can think, because that's how much stuff she did. I'm just like, you should be like tremendously famous right now. Like, you shouldn't even, like, you know what I mean? She showed me her home. Her home was beautiful. She rents out property. She said she's I think a contractor. Beautiful property. Like it is an oasis. I call it an oasis in the jungle, right off of here. And you know, they retired. You know, and I believe they retired. But she does a lot of stuff that, you know, that is just natural to her, that just brings her in money, because she enjoys doing it, which I think is awesome. And I would love to. She's a singer. I'm like, girl. And she cooks. I like to cook. I was telling her, like, I like to cook, but I'm just lazy. Which, when I stop being lazy, I'm gonna be beautiful. That's gonna be one of my things that I would like to do. Actually, it is. Let's put that into existence. It is. I'm a cook. It is one of the things that I like to do. I'm talking to my soul. Me and my soul talk like that to each other. You know what I'm saying? We getting it together though. Tracy was a great person, you know, great person. She showed me a lot. She showed me myself, and I told her, you know, you show me like that it could be done, like it is possible. And I talk to like so many people, and they're just like, well, I don't want to be famous, or I don't want to be. I was like, I feel you. You think I want to be famous? I don't want to be famous. It's like, I'm just here to help people. I don't. Yeah, I'm just here to help people. And I would tell them that I do like a YouTube channel. I'm like, first off, you need to chill. Like, they're like, you're gonna be billionaire off of your YouTube channel. One lady told me that, who I met at a beach, right off at like a tiki bar on a beach. And I wasn't gonna talk to her. I thought she was like French or something like that. Like, she thought she was French, but she was from America, California, I believe, and she was traveling. And the yoga instructor, I added her to Becca. Yep, that was her name. Her name was Becca. I added her as well. And she was telling me a couple places that would be okay to stay, you know, or what she would recommend as, you know, if I was coming here. She thought it was a great idea. She said that, what else did she say? I said she was a yoga instructor, I believe. She introduced me to numerology, you know, and numerology I was always interested in, but it was like, you know, I'm gonna get into it when I have to get into it. But now she sent me some links. She's like, you're gonna get into it now. Yes, you are. She didn't say that, but just like meeting her, that's just like what I take that as. So, yeah. Who else did I meet? When I came back from the first day to Walaba, which is the name of the place, Walaba Hostel, that I stayed in, I'm gonna, you know, put all that information out there for them as well. Awesome people, beautiful people. Dogs all around. I seen an iguana in my bathroom. A frog greeted me in the morning when I was pumping. I had to breast pump, y'all, because I breastfeed. I had to pump because my daughter hasn't been around me for days. And a little frog was in my shower. I'm just like, you know what, Simone? You can't even fight it. This is what you asked for, and this is what you got. So you might as well just make friends. Hi, Frog, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? Like, when I came here, all I seen was just people just coexisting. Just coexisting with people, with animals. I was told multiple times this is one of the happiest places on earth. I did hear that before. There was a lot of things I looked into before I came here. But the locals, you know, they were saying it's one of the happiest places on earth. My homegirl came out, Shakita. Her name is Shakira. She does poetry. She does beautiful poetry. I'm going to have to put her up in here now so y'all can see her poetry also. She came, and I'm sure, I know she enjoyed her time here. I know she enjoyed her time here. And she was only here for a short time, and she left me. But that's okay. I noticed too, because she was supposed to come in earlier, so I noticed also that this trip I was meant to do it alone. The fact that my dad said that he can watch my daughter, And then my aunt said she would help for 5 days so I could come over here. That told me that, and that was last minute I asked them. So for them to be like, yeah, that's fine, tells me that I was meant to do this alone. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. Then Shakira was supposed to come in a little bit earlier, and her flight got canceled. So she had to come in a day afterwards, and she had to leave a day before me. So she didn't really get to stay here that long. And it was great. I needed that too. I definitely needed her too. I'm glad she came. I hope she had a good time. We'll have to definitely come back. And now I'm by myself again. So today I'm actually leaving. And before I left, I wanted to make a video and take some pictures, chill out on the beach, maybe get in the water. I didn't dive in head first. I might do that. Before I go. Yeah, I hope I don't, you know, I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to do that. We just going to enjoy that. Okay. See, I be having conversations with the person in my head. I was telling, I think I was telling Shakira. Yeah, I was telling Shakira that it's okay to talk to herself. That's how I talk to myself every day. Like, I think she was taking a shower with music. I was like, you always play music when you get in the shower? She's like, yeah, most of the time. She's like, you don't play music? When I was getting in there, I was like, no, Shakira, I talk to myself. I think I was telling her to talk to herself. It's good to talk to herself. She said, otherwise I would be talking to myself. Yeah, it's good to talk to yourself. That's selfish, that intuition. Myself got an attitude, or I got an attitude. Between the 2 of us, or the 3 of us, I don't know how many selves is up in there, but multiple personalities is a few. But we got some attitude up in us, so I'm learning how to balance it. Like, I feel like Raven. You know that episode with Raven when she was like split up? Or what's that movie from Disney? It had like they had this movie about where there's like people in your head controlling you or something like that, like, and it was your emotions. But yeah, so I realized that the trip was for me to go through by myself. And I'm glad I did. There's so much that I learned, or I learned that I need to learn, and there's so much I'm ready to dive deep into to get where I'm supposed to be started. Because I met people, like, to feel like you're not, to feel like you're alone, you know, and there's so many people rooting for you. It's not healthy. And there's so many people that love you. It's not healthy. If nobody told you that, I'm telling you that right now. And you don't, there's options to how you respond to things that are not healthy. You have that option. You do. I don't know if y'all believe that. It's like a little animal in the sand. He's like blending in, staring at me. I can see you. You don't come over here. Yeah, stay over there. I don't know what that thing is. But yeah, so you have an option. So you can choose healthy options, or you can choose unhealthy options. And the only person that's going to have to deal with that is you. I mean, the rest of your family too, but that's all part of your experience that you are having. It's all about you. That's why I realized that it's okay to be alone sometimes. And I'm not alone. I'm not alone. When I came here, I really felt lonely, and I just, every corner that I did, walking by myself around here, or every person I talked to, they was just giving me mad love, and it was real awesome. Like, one guy, when I was back at Walaba, we was having a conversation. One thing I did, I was playing, I like to play games with myself, the universe, a high power, whoever it is out there. And I'm telling you, at least my connection with them is humorous. Like, I'm supposed to be funny or something like that, because it's humorous in the sense, like, I just be saying shit, and I know they be saying shit back. They definitely say shit back, because I got a mouth, and I'm funny, and I'm naturally funny, so it comes out normally with me. I try to be myself most of the time. I'm trying so hard now just to be myself most of the time. Everybody should. You can't be nobody else, right? Like, I don't talk things because I'm just preaching. I'm going through this journey. Yeah, I said to myself, you know what? Self, I felt like Mr. Brown, right? Myself said, if, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I want some weed, okay? Let me find some weed. And now, it's really not hard to find it out here. But I didn't know that. I definitely didn't know that. And I was like, nah, like I was down it. Like even when I was saying it, like I don't know what's wrong with me. That's how I know I'm powerful. I do know what's wrong with me, but that's how I know I'm powerful, because it still came out, and it was free stuff. It was easy stuff. Like somebody was offering it to me when I stayed where I was staying, and I'm just like, okay, that's funny. And I wasn't even thinking about it. I like that thing, that didn't even cross my mind. Didn't even cross my mind ever. Like once I landed, it's like, or except for that time on the bus. After that, I was just like, there's no way. Easily. Everything I needed easily. It was awesome. Like I said, I got treated to dinner. I met great people. Before I left today, I wanted to go see about animals. They had like a Jaguar rescue center. You know, you just donate to. That helps profit the center, because it's just the centers, no donation, which I think is beautiful. To learn about some animals, beautiful. I learned a lot of stuff here, and I learned about a lot of stuff about myself, you know. And because even when I was here, I was still getting signals of like, that's not who you are, or that is who you are. You know what I mean? And I think that was awesome. Completely awesome. Life is beautiful, man. And I'm like they say, when you once you go black, you can't go back. Sorry, that just came in my head. But like, nah, when you start this journey, you can't turn around. There's no way. Ain't no way you can turn around. So I hope y'all got to the end of my video. I really do. Like, share, subscribe it, save it if you need it later. If you see it later, much love to you. Much peace to you. Start that. Because you've fallen behind now. And I'm glad I didn't get completely to where I was, but I'm where I need to be, right? Yeah. So if it's for you, start that, because it's for you and you feel it. You know, start eating a little bit better. If you don't completely do it forever, just do it for as long as you can, and meditate, and you know, stretch your body out, drink your water, take care of yourself, love on yourself, right? Do that. Do things that make you happy. Do that. Stop doing things that don't make you happy. Do that. It's all for you. You can control your life. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You got people around you that, you know, make you cringe. Stop hanging out with them. It's hard sometimes, yeah. Ooh, who do you like better? You or them? Just look at stuff like that. Who do you like better? You need to make, and sacrifice it comes in multiple shapes and sizes. Sacrifice your time. Sacrifice your whole life. Sacrifice money to get something else in return. Yeah, I would call it a sacrifice. So, you pick and choose. Much love to you. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my Facebook. I put like a lot of pictures and different quotes and stuff like that. Or if I didn't, I'm going to start to today. But it's going to be real cool to watch my journey. Okay? Much love. I'm alive, family. We all alive. We all living. Bye. Ciao. I don't know. I only know how to say hola. I only know how to say hola.